everybody, this is going to be a 15-minute total body opening yoga sequence. I'm using a chair and a bench from yoga.com. You can just use something similar that you have in your house. And when you're ready, come into a comfortable seated position, roll your shoulders back. And then tilt your chin so it is parallel with the floor, and close your eyes. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose, and see if you can flick the switch to let your thoughts completely come to a halt. And as you begin to breathe in and out through your nose, finding a connection to your breath and deepening each inhale, each exhale. See if you can find a sense of relaxation and a sense of calm in the moment that you're in. Take a second just to scan through your body, see how you're feeling, checking in with your energy level, your mood. Just making a mental note of what you need today in order to have a good practice, and making a commitment to honor that. So if at any point you need a break, feel free to take one, or if a pose feels really good and you want to stay in it for longer, then go ahead and do that. Give yourself permission to do what feels good. On your next inhale, quietly open your eyes, bring your hands together, turn your palms up to the sky, look up, get as high as you can, maybe arch the back a little bit, shift side to side, just trying to find some movement here, and seeing if you can make like a circle with your torso. And at the top of that circle, then begin to go in the other direction. And then come to stillness here. As you inhale, lift your right arm, bend at the elbow, and bring the left hand to the elbow, keeping the chin parallel to the ground. Just breathing into the right tricep. And as you inhale, we'll lift both arms and take it to the other side. Breathing now into the left tricep. From here, gently release. Bring the hands down to your legs. Lean back. Lift your arms. Hook your thumbs. Just let your arms be really heavy right here. Let your chest puff. Lift the heart. Breathe space and length to any areas that you're feeling tension in the front body, maybe in the armpit area, in the chest for sure. And as you inhale, rise back up. You're going to bring the feet down onto the ground. Sit on the edge of your chair and then come forward, placing the hands down onto the bench. And walk the hands over to the right until you feel a stretch in the left side body. You may even want to take the right hand to the chair to get a deeper stretch if you need it. And as you inhale, slowly walk over to the other side. Breathe space in between the right ribs. And as you inhale, come back to center. And press the bench away, round the upper back, and lower the chin towards your chest. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. And as you inhale, rise up. And place the feet onto your bench. You're going to place them on the corners, the bottom corners of your bench, and then bring your hands down. This is a really good hip opener. Bring your hands down until you feel something in your inner thighs. And then when you feel it, see if you can breathe through it. And with each exhale, find a little bit of movement. As you inhale, rise up. We're going to come to stand and come to the back of your chair. And lift the right leg onto the back of the chair. Square your upper body over your right leg, and as you inhale, get tall. As you exhale, come forward, breathing space into the right hamstring. Try to keep the heart open, shoulder blades drawn toward one another. Right toes are spread, and you're pointing the toes up towards the sky. And as you inhale, rise up. I'm going to go from here directly into pigeon pose. So bend the leg. You might need to hop forward with the left foot. Stand tall. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, melt forward until you feel something in the back of the right hip. And as you inhale, rise up. From here, we're going to turn the left toes to point out to the left. Elongate the right leg. And as you inhale, open up the arms and set the right hand down wherever feels best. Maybe it's your shin, maybe it's right on the chair. And lift your left arm up overhead. Look out underneath your left armpit. Breathing space from your left hip all the way up through the left fingertips. And as you inhale, rise. And we'll gently release and take it to the other side. So left leg lifts, facing forward, squaring your upper body over your left leg. Left toes point straight up to the sky. And as you inhale, get long and tall. And as you exhale, melt forward, breathing into the back of the left leg. You may find that one hamstring feels tighter than the other. That normally has to do with like how you sit at your computer or how you sit when you're driving. Maybe you're always sitting on one hip. Or if you always cross one leg rather than equally crossing both legs when you're sitting down. So just pay attention to how you live your life off the mat and how that might be affecting your physical body. As you inhale, rise up. You're going to bend at the knee. Come forward into pigeon pose. Be tall here. And when you're ready, come forward until you feel something in the back of the left hip. And when you get there, breathe into it. And when you're ready, rise up, extend, and we'll turn the right toes out to the right, back up a little bit, open up the arms, and set the left hand onto either the shin or the chair, and then reach your right arm up overhead, look out underneath the armpit, and get as long as you can from your hip all the way up through the right fingertips. As you inhale, rise up. We'll come down. And we're going to come into a little back bend here. So bring your hands down to the side of the chair. And just press your hips forward as you lean back until it feels like it's enough for you. You can let your head go if that's okay for your neck. As you're here, you can close your eyes and then breathe into the whole front body. So from your knees all the way up through your shoulders. And when you're ready, rise up. And from here, come to face forward. And come to the front, actually. You're going to move the bench away from you and take a step with the right foot out in front. Bring your hands to your hips so you can feel that your hips are even. Bring the right foot out to the right a little bit. Toes are facing forward. And as you inhale, engage the kneecaps so your leg muscles are engaged. Lift up all the way through the crown of the head, and then come forward, bringing the hands down. So this is an intense stretch for the hamstring, and you should feel it in the right hamstring if you have your right foot forward. Reach back and see that your hips are even. So if a lot of times people will be like this, so reach back and feel that your hips are even, and then you can just kind of relax into it and breathe into any areas of tension that you're feeling, which will likely be your hamstring. As you inhale, rise up. We'll bend the front knee and step back and take it to the other side. So left foot out to the left, hands to the hips. Feel that your hips are even. Rise up as you get tall on your inhale. And as you exhale, come forward. Bring the hands down and then reach back just to make sure that your hips are even. And breathe into it. As you inhale, rise up, bend the front leg, step back. You're going to come onto the chair now. Look down at your knees. You want to make sure that your knees are hip distance. We're coming into camel pose here. So from here, hands to the hips. Press your hips forward, lean back. And you can grab hold onto the side of the chair, or you can grab a hold onto your heels. You can let your head go back if that's okay for your neck. And just kind of breathe here, finding space from your knees all the way up through your shoulders. Press your hips forward and lift your heart. As you inhale, gently release. And as you exhale, you come all the way down and grab hold of the bench, bring it closer. And we're going to end with the legs up the chair. So scoot your butt as close to the chair as you can, and then just lean back. Arms can be overhead. Close your eyes. And just let your body absorb all the good things you just did. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then slowly find your way into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart and just take a moment to acknowledge your practice. And when you're ready, seal it in with Namaste.